And the same night it came to be that Yahuah said to him, Take the young bull of your father, and the second bull of 7 years old, and you shall throw down the altar of Bel that your father has, and cut down the Asherah that is beside it. And you shall build an altar to Yahuah your Elohim on top of this rock in an orderly way, and shall take the second bull and offer a burnt offering with the wood of the image which you cut down. And Gideon took 10 men from among his servants, and did as Yahuah had said to him. And it came to be, because he feared his father's household and the men of the city too much to do it by day, that he did it by night. And the men of the city arose early in the morning, and saw the altar of Bel was broken down, and the Asherah that was beside it had been cut down, and the second bull was being offered on the altar which was built. And they said to each other, Who has done this deed? And when they had inquired and asked, they said, Gideon son of Yuash has done this deed. And the men of the city said to Yuash, Bring out your son, so that he dies, for he has broken down the altar of Bel, and because he has cut down the Asherah that was beside it. And Yuash said to all who stood against him, You, would you plead for Bel? You, would you save him? Let the one who would plead for him be put to death by morning. If he is a mighty one, let him plead for himself, because his altar has been broken down. So that day he called him Jerubbaal, saying, Let Bel plead against him, because he has broken down his altar. Now all Midian and Amalek and the people of the east were gathered together, and they passed over and encamped in the valley of Yisrael. Then the Ruach of Yahuah came upon Gideon, and he blew the ram's horn, and the Abiezerim gathered behind him, and he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, who also gathered behind him. And he sent messengers to Asher, and to Zebulun, and to Naphtali, and they came up to meet them. And Gideon said to Elohim, If you are saving Yisrael by my hand, as you have said, see, I am placing a fleece of wool on the threshing floor. If there is dew only on the fleece, and it is dry on all the ground, then I shall know that you are saving Yisrael by my hand, as you have said. And it was so. And he rose early the next morning, and pressed the fleece, and wrung dew out of the fleece to fill a bowl with water. And Gideon said to Elohim, Do not be displeased with me, and let me speak only this time. Please let me try only this time with the fleece. Please let it be dry only on the fleece, and let there be dew on all the ground. And Elohim did so that night, and it was dry on the fleece only, but there was dew on all the ground.